All right, welcome back everyone. Now we're going to jump into the software and get started on our P6 schedule. In class we'll kind of go over the importance of scheduling and kind of what we need to know or don't need to know as a project manager superintendent, but today we're just going to kind of do a quick walkthrough of the software itself. So I'm going to go down to my Start button, and P6 Professional should show up, so go ahead and click on that. That password that I like to leave is admin. I'm going to type that in here, but if you use something else, go ahead and type it in here. Hit OK. Go ahead and click OK. Sometimes these errors show up that it just didn't load everything. I'm going to make this a little bigger for everyone to see. So this is kind of how it should look for you guys from the get-go, from the beginning. Again, a lot of these projects are loaded in here by default. So it's kind of nice. You can go ahead and click on one of these by just clicking on it here, right-clicking and hitting Open. And as you can see, every time you open, it loads a new, I guess it's like a tab up above right here. So this is a new tab for this schedule that is already being created by default. So this is just kind of a nice thing to see if you guys ever want to see how different projects are built or whatnot. P6 is nice enough to give us all these projects. A little overwhelming, but still nice. Alright, but we're going to go ahead and create a new schedule of our own. So as you can see, P6, yeah, we have the tabs up here, but we also have these different toolbars. So one of them that I want you guys to get very familiar with is this right toolbar, as well as these over to the left. They're very similar, but I kind of like using this right one to get going. So I'm going to hit Add, and right here what it's doing is it's saying, okay, you want to add something in this area that you had already clicked. I'm going to add a new project just under the main category right here, which is this blue bar. So all initiatives, that's fine. Go ahead and click Next. This project ID, I'm just going to name it CM313 Test. Project name, this is where we get a little bit more specific. Again, CM313 Fall Quarter Example. Next. I'm going to leave it as this default day, which is today. And go ahead and just click through the rest of these things. Hit Finish. And as you can see right here, we've just created a new schedule, CM313 Test. So great, it's created, but now I'm going to go ahead and open it up. So click on it. I'm going to right click and hit Open Project. Great, we're in. As you can see, it's completely blank. We haven't added anything here. This red bar is where the date is as of today. And always the very first step I want you guys to get familiar with is loading up our WBS, which is Work Breakdown Structure. So right up here in our toolbars, we're going to hit Project and select WBS. Again, a new tab opens right away. And as you can see, we still have this right I guess tool chest over here, toolbar over here. That was the one way how we added a project. It's going to be the same way how we add our WBS, but we can also do it another way, and I'm going to show you that here. So I'm just going to right click, hit Add. As you can see right here, it created something. Awesome. So I'm going to create pretty much my work breakdown structure, and what these are is, I kind of compare it to almost like if you're writing a paper. These are like the paragraphs. So let's just go ahead and create one. So the very first one I like creating is milestones. Okay, perfect. And as you can see, whenever we have something highlighted in blue, if I go and click Add, it's going to create that under what I had highlighted in blue. If I want these being at the same tier, and we'll kind of get into these details a little bit later, I don't want to have highlighted this in blue, but we can always fix this later. So I have this one highlighted here. I'm going to go over to the right and throw it over to the left, and I'll show you what that does in a minute. Here I'm going to name this guy, let's do pre-construction. I'm going to name one more. So again, I'm going to highlight here. I'm going to hit add. As you can see, they're not in order yet. That's fine. We'll fix that later. And for today's example, I'm just going to name one more. Let's do construction. So now you can see they're kind of all out of order. So what we have to do is go ahead and click your WBS code box right here, and that orders them for us. And it's great. We've created these paragraphs, or these work breakdown structure, these main items right here. Let's go ahead and click back into activities. And now you'll see what we just created in our WBS tab. They should show up over here in our activities. But sometimes it lags a little bit. So you can see they don't line up perfectly with how we want them to. And it's a quick thing we can do right here. Just go edit. Whoops, nope. It's file, refresh. Yeah, I just kind of know it as F5. But right here, file, refresh data. Perfect. Everything's lining up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is great. So we've again kind of created those milestone categories. In WBS, it's just a category that we're going to put something in. This is going to be the first video. Next, we're going to jump into how to create activities under each WBS.